Hello and welcome to today's podcast episode. Today I'm going to be talking about the different business models that you can use on Amazon. In your business in general, you probably have quite a straightforward business model that you like to use, that you've come up with in your business plan. And depending which platform you sell your products on, you will have a certain model that you like to follow and the one that gets you most sales and just basically suits your lifestyle and the way you want to run your business. Now, on Amazon, there are a few different business models you can choose from, and you can chop and change between the two of them, the two that I'm going to talk about, which is very helpful. And I'll go into that why it's helpful in a little while. But first of all, I'll give you a quick outline of the two business models that you can expect to set up on Amazon. The first one is called FBM, which basically it stands for Fulfilled by Merchant, and the merchant being you. Now, what this means is when you list your products on Amazon, once they're all fully optimized and everything's working correctly, every time you get an order from Amazon, they will notify you and they will give you shipping details, what the product is that you've sold, where you need to ship it to, and then the responsibility of getting that order to the customer is on you and your business. So that's one business model. I'll go into a bit of the ups and the downs of both sides of the business models. I'll just go through quickly telling you about the other business model, which is called FBA, which stands for Fulfilled by Amazon. And now this is where you send a bulk amount of your product into an Amazon warehouse, and as you get sales, they will ship it for you. So they take responsibility for shipping. They also take on responsibility for customer service, and if there happen to be any returns, they take on the responsibility of that for you. Now, the second one obviously sounds a lot more tempting, and this is where you can create a semi-passive revenue stream in your business, because you can ship in hundreds, if not thousands of units into a warehouse and just let the sales run. And then you need to keep your eye on replenishing stock as and when you need to. Now, I'll go through the ups and downs of the first business model, FBM. Now, as you know, Amazon are known for very quick delivery. So if you have the responsibility of shipping out to your customer, you need to make sure that your shipment is going to be fast and reliable. You need to find a courier that you can trust, and you know they're going to deliver everything properly and on time and in really great condition to your customer. You need to respond quickly when you get an order, and it's not really good form on Amazon to get an order and then a week later think, oh, I'll just pop this down to the post office. It's kind of not like that, because you will be penalized for that. You do need to be on it and shipping things out very quickly, as quickly as you can. So if you have everything in place, you have a great distribution network and you have a courier you can trust and rely on, or use the post system, but you know you can do it every single day, then try this by all means. It's a great introduction to selling on Amazon, because you're more in control. You don't have to deal with lots and lots of units and shipments, that kind of thing. And the fees that you pay for this, like any selling platform, there's obviously fees involved. But when you do FBM, the fees are a lot lower. So you will make more profit, but you have to do a lot more of the work. Now, on to FBA. Now, FBA is the business model that I use for my own products. And because I sell now in 15 countries around the world, I ship out thousands. So for me to be packaging things up from my space in the UK, shipping all around the world thousands a day, is just completely not feasible. Obviously, I could get a team and a warehouse, all that kind of thing, but why pay for space and staff when you can pay Amazon to be your space and staff, if you like? That's the way I see it. I'm working alongside Amazon. I pay them and they help me with distribution and customer service. So depending on the way you look at it and what you want from your business, what you want your business to deliver for you. Now, obviously with FBA, where you ship in a lot of product in one go, the fees are higher, a lot higher, to be fair. I think at the moment I'm paying, it's about 30% for FBA. Now, it sounds quite a lot because you've got to factor in your actual cost of production, importing, all that kind of thing. But if you price your product correctly and you factor in all the fees and all the shipping and everything, the whole lot, basically, if you factor all that into your pricing, you can certainly make a very nice profit using the FBA model. I like FBA because it has now enabled me to create a semi-passive revenue stream in my business. I basically monitor stock levels, and because my business has been running for more than 10 years, I know roughly the peaks and troughs throughout the year. Although saying that, it's 2023 now, and it's July, and the last 6 months of this year, so since January, sales have been really, really good, like much better than expected. But that's fine because I can just ship more product into the warehouses to keep everything ticking over. Obviously, in the run up to Christmas, the fourth quarter, so October, November, December, generally most companies, product businesses, will sell a lot more in the fourth quarter, so you can then prepare what you need to ship into Amazon, and the more you do it, the more fourth quarters you do it, you'll get to know exactly what stock levels you need to send in. But as I say, yeah, the fees are high for FBA, but you get a lot back from that. You do get a lot back. I know if you've listened to previous podcasts that I've done, I've spoken about when me and my family took a month off in December to travel to Australia. What I did, and I say this, I must reiterate again, I don't say this to brag or boast at all. What I want to be very clear about this story that I tell, to let you know what is absolutely achievable in your business using the FBA model. So what I did was, in October time, no, actually it was earlier than that, September time, I started shipping loads and loads into all the Amazon warehouses in all the countries that I sell in around the world, and made sure everything was fully stocked, kept it ticking over, made sure my advertising was on point, make sure my keywords were relevant, all the usual things that I would do. But I made sure everywhere was fully stocked. At the beginning of December, once the kids are broken up from school, we set off on our trip. And all I did while we're away, I mean, you've got to remember that I am quite obsessed with my business, as I am absolutely sure you are as well. So I dipped in to check Seller Central just to check what was going on, more than I needed to. Absolutely, I could have checked in once a week when we're away, really, but I'm more, when I was on holiday, I really had to try hard not to check every day. So probably about every second or third day, I'd spend half an hour to an hour just sat quietly with my phone, just checking that everything's running smoothly, there's no problems, no issues, while we're away. And then, so we took 4 weeks off, all of us, and we went out there, and basically I sold loads of stock, as I normally would if I'd have been in England over Christmas. So as long as you prepare everything and you know roughly what level of sales you're going to get, which comes with experience, by the way, it's very doable. Basically, the way I see it is, yes, I'm based in the UK, but my business is international, and I could literally run my business from wherever I wanted to. So it could have been, this Christmas it was Australia. Another time this summer we're going to France and Spain. So I will definitely be doing the same thing when we're on holiday there. So I just want to, again, reiterate to you why I'm telling you about this, because it does create and I say semi-passive because you do need to be responsible for stock levels and make sure your stock levels don't diminish too much. You're responsible for keeping stock in Amazon warehouses. So it's nothing really in business is fully passive. There's always work behind the scenes, I believe. So yeah, those are the two business models that are available on Amazon. They both take work. And like I said before, it really depends on what you want Amazon to do for your business. You can use Amazon just to get the customers and the sales, ship yourself. That's absolutely fine. Do all the shipping yourself. Or you can use the FBA model where you hand over and pay for, by the way, but you hand over a lot more of that work to Amazon. It's almost like the way I try and explain it to my clients is look at it as almost like you're hiring staff to help you rather than sitting in your spare bedroom or your garage or your space, wherever you work from, rather than packaging up, labeling, shipping out, going to the post office, all those usual kind of small business, product business things that we all do when we first start. Instead of hiring someone to come and sit with you and help you package, you can hire Amazon to help you do those things. And the beauty of FBA is that it makes your products eligible for Prime shipping as well, which obviously you all know what Prime shipping is, and it's Amazon's own distribution network. It means that customers get their products super duper quick, and it's Amazon's responsibility to do that. So that's another massive, massive benefit of FBA. So the beauty of, well, between the two models, you can chop and change if you want to. So if you know the run up to Christmas is going to be super busy, it might be an idea just for that fourth quarter to ship into the Amazon warehouse, let them help you with some of the distribution of sales and orders. And then the rest of the time, if you know traditionally the rest of the year is quite slow for that product in your business, you could easily take the business model back to FBM and don't pay as high fees, get more profit, and just sell kind of less. And so you do less work because you're not going to be selling as much product. You won't have to go to the post office as often. So you can chop and change depending on what you want from your business. So I hope that's been helpful. Like I said, the business model I use now is FBA. I hire Amazon. The way I look at it, I hire Amazon to be my staff. No, I don't like the word staff. To be my partners. Okay, to be my business partners. I hire them. I pay them well. All the fees, I do pay them well. And they work alongside me and my brand to get the products to the customers. So just a few little things for you to think about there when you're starting your Amazon business. So hopefully that's been a little bit useful for you to give you an idea of what you can do. And with both models, by the way, you can start off really, really small. My first FBA shipment into a UK warehouse when I very first started, I think I was so scared to try it, to be honest. I think I shipped in 10 units. That was it, 10. I had to restock pretty quickly because they sold quickly. But yeah, you can do that. You can start very small if you want to, and you can build up and build up and build up. Now, like I said before, my business has grown so big that I now ship in thousands. So not tens anymore, it's thousands, but that's taken a while to build up. But certainly when I first started on Amazon, it was very small order amounts. And that worked really well. It let me learn everything, get the experience of how to do FBA, because there's quite a lot involved when you need to ship things in. But yeah, so that's basically today's podcast. It's just to give you a brief rundown of the two main business models that you can use to sell your products on Amazon. And if you know anybody or any small business who might find this useful, please send them my way and subscribe to the podcast. And yeah, listen out for the next episode, which will be coming next week. And thank you so much for listening, and have a lovely, lovely day.